This is a lockdown series once again. So this is Tyler from Adulting Autistic. How is lockdown treating you?
Well, it's different. The thing is, like, there's nothing. Like, I'm in good health. Like, I've got things to be grateful for. Like, I'm still employed, but in terms of having my routine absolutely obliterated and trying to put a new one back together quick enough, yeah, that's been a bit of a challenge. I think I'm nearly there. I mean, we're a month in now, and I'm finally able to piece together something because I started isolating 2 weeks before they were like work from home if you can, and then they went down into lockdown, but I've been home for 6 or 7 weeks now, so it's taking its toll, but still feeling positive, she says.
I've kind of done that a wee bit as well before the lockdown. I was like, I'm going to be careful and restrict my going out and about and travelling and things. And I'm kind of glad I did. The last time I went out before lockdown was for something important, and I was like, I need to go out. It's not just me having a fun old time. I need to get like paperwork, so I did. And now that was the last time I was out, and not long after lockdown. So, how are the like shopping trips and that with
Oh
you when it comes to
God, so
lockdown and that?
much worse. Like, because every time I've gone, it's been more like strict and there's been more processes in place, which obviously I completely understand why they're there, but you don't really know what's going to be waiting for you when you get there until you get there. I tend to go out once a week on a Friday, but because I don't drive, so I would have taken the bus, but I don't want to get on the bus, so I'm walking. It's about half an hour walk there. Then you've got the stress of shopping, then a half an hour walk back, and it's like, but when I get back, that burnout is absolutely disgusting. Like, I think the first week I did the walk because I could just shop like normal, go into the shop like normal. It was like took me about an hour to recover. Next week, we had to just like social distance in the shop, but you could still just walk in there whenever you want. No one really cared. Like, they had pasta back in stock. Everyone was like a bit happy. It was fine. And then, so that took me only about an hour and a half to recover from. This week was the week just gone, sorry, was the one that was like properly like, you've got a queue outside. We're only letting these many people in the shops. We're wiping down the tills every time you use them. Don't touch stock unless you're buying it. Like, and it's just, I can't shop under those pressures because obviously as well, like, you can't go in with a shopping list because you don't know what they're not going to have, so you don't want to set yourself up and be like, right, this is what I'm having, because I meal prep, so I tend to go in there with like 4 meals that I need to get the ingredients for, and then your general bits and bobs. But because you don't really know what they're going to have in stock, you can't be reliant on that fact that, oh, it's a shop, they're definitely going to have this, it's totally cool. And I don't want to then get there and have to think, frig, what am I going to do now? I just go in open-minded and just like, oh, I'll just pick up bits. When I'm like, as I'm there, I'm like, oh no, I need to put meals together whilst I'm here, which is just not the way to do it. So this week I'm going to go in with like 6 different options and just try and get what I can for 4 of them.
Yeah, that's definitely been a pain because you think, oh, they're getting this and that, and you write a backup, but when you actually go to the shop, all of that's gone as well, and you're just like, now what do I do?
Yeah.
Even for the most basic of things like flour, or if you want to make your own bread, or even certain vegetables and that, and you can't even do that because
Yeah.
everyone's just took them all
But the thing is
away.
as well, like, I don't
Oh,
usually when I shop I mask a little bit, but at the minute I'm like, I actually don't have the capacity to, so I will just stand there in an aisle until I've got my thoughts together. And you can think I'm weird, I actually don't care at this point. We're in a pandemic, deal with it.
totally. It's like anything goes at this point.
Mm.
But is there any other things you could think of when it comes to coping with the lockdown?
I just think I've realized how much I actually like going out, not like going outside, but need to, and how much of a part of my routine it was. Because I didn't really, I tend to socialize out of the house like once a month after work with friends. And I just thought, oh, I can do without that. And to be fair, that part of it I can do without. But when it comes to my daily routine, like, I don't have my commute anymore. And as part of my commute, I'd have to do like a 20-minute walk. I don't have that. I don't have like just like my food shop routine, and like, I don't see people in work. And then now that everything's online, it's the case of we weren't really close enough to send each other Skype messages because we were only talking because we're on the same team on the same table. So tend to like send them a Skype message saying like, "Oh hi, how are you?" Like it seems a bit invasive to me, but I don't know if I'm misunderstanding what the new social rules are. Like, is that now okay? Is that now something that we do? I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole changes in the way that we're socializing is just a bit of a head fuck.
Yeah. It definitely is confusing, that. I'll admit that. I'm not the type who just randomly calls people. Although a few friends of mine were talking a lot more online, and it's a lot normal just to call and such, as they're locked down as well. And it's quite nice. It's nice to have that a very few select people that do that, and you eventually expect it. But if it's like someone random, you're just like, who's this? No, I'm not answering this. It's just, especially a lot of people are changing rules and such. It can be quite confusing. So it's like, what do you do?
Yeah, fully. Like, no idea.
Is there any coping mechanisms for yourself? What coping mechanisms have you been doing?
I think my biggest one has been finding swaps rather like no finding substitutes rather than swaps. So for things like my commute that I can't do anymore, I've noticed that at the end of the day, if I don't do anything active, I end up having a load of energy left. So that means that I'm not sleeping, and as your autistic audience will know, like if you have any variant in your perfect sleeping conditions, you're not sleeping. So one thing that I've been doing, to be fair, I started yesterday and it worked really well. So something that I'm going to stick in my routine is swapping the 20-minute walk that I do for like a 10-minute hit routine. Because there's loads of
Yeah.
little things of working and moving. There are loads of little points in your day when you'd have been a lot more active than you are being now. Like I'm in a studio, so my bed's literally right there, my kitchen's literally right there, like it's all in the same room. I don't take more than 20 steps in a day, so just doing what I can to exert all my energy while staying indoors, and a no jumping hit workout just smashes that box. That's the main thing. And then trying as much as possible to remember to eat. So I set reminders for that because I don't really have the structure of the same working day that I used to remind me to do that.
Yeah, well, reminders are definitely a godsend at this point, and also alternatives,
They're
substitutes.
saying that like autistic people can go out more if they want, if they need to, which yeah, I do, but I'd kind of rather stay inside and not catch it than potentially end up in hospital, because that'd
Yep,
be 10 times worse than the benefit I'm going to get from going out for an extra hour. Do you know what I mean?
I totally agree. I don't want to. I go out at certain times of the day because if I go out later on, like maybe like 6 or 7 o'clock, when the shops are due to shut because they're shutting early, more people are out, and I want to avoid people as much as I can. I can't be bothered with those who just don't give a crap
Exactly.
about um, isolation or this social distancing, and I'm just like, I can't be bothered with that. It just completely tires me out.
It's a lot. It's a
Just
lot.
thinking about them, just exasperating. But yeah, thank you very much for being a guest for
No,
the
it's all right.
lockdown series. It was nice having you here.
It was a good chat.